Welcome back. Today I'm going to share what a work week looks like here in the studio, answer a couple of your questions, and hopefully give you a better perspective of what it's like to be a designer toy artist. I'm also going to be sharing a really exciting collaboration project. To start, I have a few Mandalorian sculptures that I need to finish painting. Painting is going to take a while, so I figured I'd keep myself busy by watching Star Wars Clone Wars. It's a series I haven't even watched yet.
Peaceful worlds must choose sides or face the threat of invasion.
Maybe this will motivate me for the next few projects. And while I'm working, I figured I'd answer a few questions. And the first one is from Pixel Designs, and they want to know how to find your own art style. Now, I look at this question in a couple different ways. When I started, I definitely had some ambition to find my own art style, as if it would give me an identity and I can be an artist in the scene. This was some kind of perception that I thought I needed to be validated.
Retreat! Cover you I will!
And as I spent those years working to find that identity, I also found that it restrained me creatively. To be known for the same thing was a bit exhausting. I spent my childhood drawing characters and playing with toys from different companies and different artists. To me, that was fun, not having to rely specifically on one thing. So if you are on a journey to find your own art style, all I can say is use what inspires you, the things that you draw attention to. Look at the creative space that you're in. That stuff is part of you. So make it known in your artwork. Chances are, if it feels good, you're probably heading in the right direction.
Are we still picking up that signal?
Yes. But why aren't we finding anybody?
I don't know, Ahsoka. I don't know.
I'm not quite finished painting, but I just received some mail. Let's see what's in here. Another box. No, the reason why this is in another box is because there was a sticker here that labeled it flammable, and we tried shipping this to me and it went back to ArtiqFox. Okay, let's just open one for now. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this with bare hands. So let me get gloves. Okay. Look at that. Look how awesome this is. So this is Dabs. It's a project that myself and ArtiqFox, who is a resin artist, have been working on for the last few months. And I need to focus on getting them painted and photographed for our release. We've been talking about doing this project for over a year, and we came up with a drip of Feast blood, which is from the story Feast Life. In my story, the green Yeti blood is very potent, and it helps power all the Feast Corp equipment, so we both thought it would be fun to bring that drop of blood to life. It's the next day, and man, it's really hot in here. Anytime I'm running all these lights and equipment, it usually is about like 10 degrees hotter in the studio than it is outside. Anyways, today I'm going to be focusing on packaging for these little dab pieces. Just like in the Subject 1 video, I'm going to be putting together little crates. And I'm also going to be working on some boxes for the Mandalorians. I found a cost-effective way where I can package this stuff. Most of my collectors don't really like having a box, so they can just toss it, or if they hold on to it, it's kind of an art piece itself. So I'm going to spray both the boxes and the crates. I'm gonna let the boxes dry overnight, and then tomorrow I can start transferring some ink, which Jaime helped me on. I think it's a really cool packaging idea, which I'm excited to share. What I need to do now is actually paint the detail on these pieces and start assembling them. I also need to do a photo shoot. I don't know if I'm gonna share that with you guys, but I'll try. Maybe I'll use my phone. Let's start painting. Very rarely do I work with colored resins, but one thing I was excited to do was actually paint on them. Being able to do it on dabs gave me some ideas for other projects. But I will say the one tricky part about painting them was to get the paint to stick to the high finish gloss. I just got back from the art store for a couple things that I needed for the crates that I'm putting together. So today I'm going to be jumping on a phone call to talk to Jaime about this project, to share how it's going, and to get some information on when we're going to release it to everyone. I also need to assemble the rest of the dabs, and lastly, finish painting these Mandalorians because they also need to go out this week so I can move on to the next project. And that'll leave me in a good position to focus on these boxes and get everything out. Now I'm ready. Hey, I'll use AI.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like this is what I do and this is what you do. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That works
exactly.
for me. After our phone call, I think we're both really excited with the way that this project is looking. So now to put all the pieces together and go get some photos. I'm using this 2-part epoxy. It's really good for jewelry and resin. And it also doesn't leave any hazing on any of the pieces, so it's pretty cool. Now we can mix up both parts. And what's going to happen is this is going to start to like heat up and then harden. So you want to make sure you mix it really well. All I want to do is take this bamboo stick and just dab it. It could get really messy. You just need to put them in place. Make sure they're centered. Oh no. I almost got some epoxy on the eyeball. I think we're good. Okay, so this epoxy is already pretty hard, so I'm gonna need to mix up some more. That's the last one.
Your resourcefulness always amazes me. Thank you, Master.
For each project, I try to make these lists of what I need to do, and usually I go by part or color, and this just gives me a checklist to break it down. So for instance, this is suit 1, and these are all the things that I have to do, and suit 2, which are the full Beskar suits. Yeah. The next question comes from Dwayne C7000, and they ask, how do you promote 3D toys to build a community? This topic has changed in the last decade, more so in the last couple years. It's almost as if community is a trend word. Companies and brands are focusing on this topic so that they have reach. Now I've had my high engagement moments, and I've had my really low engagement moments. But what I take from both of these moments is the people that show up, the people that comment and message, the conversations that I'm able to have between me and that person. Now, it's not always easy engaging with all of them, but most of them will keep coming back. So don't be afraid to get out your comfort zone and have those conversations. Build that connection. It's really important as you go along the way. You'll meet new artists and you'll continue to grow. Painting went well, and now I can move on to taking photos of dabs. I'm going to try to get outdoors. It's something a little different, but it's gloomy outside, and I hope that doesn't ruin the photo shoot. So let's go try. Can't forget dabs. So this is my setup. It's a bit loud because of this freeway. But yeah, I've got my tripod, a 35mm lens. I got another light source for the front since I'm getting light from kind of straight above. Let's set up dabs. I think those are gonna look really good. All right, let's see some of the photos I've captured. I really like that one. Alright, here's what it looks like after some color corrections. This photo here is my teaser photo that I think we're going to use. I think they all came out really good. Now you can send them off to Jaime and we can start posting them in the next few days. The final thing to do with the dabs project is to work on these crates. And to do this, I found these sticks that I'll cut up and attach them to the crates. But first, I need to individually cut each of them 5 inches long. I'm cutting 3 sticks per box, and that is 6 cuts per box. So it's about 60 times I've had to cut this wood. I also cut an extra few pieces just in case I need them. It's a bit time consuming, but in the end it's gonna look good. Just like the crates, I'm going to spray these, wait for them to dry, and then everything gets sanded. My next question comes from M. Rivera KC, and they ask whose art inspires me. Well, when I was a kid, I would watch cartoons and movies, and I would draw these characters as close as I could, not realizing that this was called character design, and what I was learning is the fundamentals of shape language. But what I took from it was that I had a feeling about the way that I would create art. It's a connection that I put into my work now. And I think anyone that inspires me is doing the same thing, coming up with an idea, connecting with it, and just giving it their best to try to make it come to life. Now I have a bunch of creative friends, and I say they inspire me, seeing what cool things they're making and being alongside them doing the same. To finish this project off, I'll be focusing on making the crates, and that will consist of a few things. Making sure all these wooden pieces are sanded down and nice and smooth, and finish the text that's going to go over these crates. Now it's time to put them back in the box. the designs for the crates were done by ArtiqFox, and in order to get them on the crates, I just need to scale them to the right proportion, and they'll cut each one just to lay it over the box and let the ink dry. I made Jaime her own little custom dabs character. So we're going to use this one and pack up dabs, and this will give her an example of how to pack them up when she finishes signing hers and gets them out to all the customers. Most of the other questions that were asked on Instagram were about technical aspects of 3D sculpting, 3D printing, mold making, and painting, which I will answer in videos to come. But if you're interested in how I use my paintbrushes, check out this video. I think it'll give you a better understanding of the tools that I use. It has been a very busy week. I hope you enjoyed a look at everything behind the scenes. The only things I did not finish were actually putting together the Mandalorians and finishing those boxes. Now these pieces can head off to Jaime, where we're gonna have a live drawing for all the winners that are going to participate in this release going on this weekend. I'll end this video with a couple photos that I've taken. Again, thanks for watching this vlog type video. I hope you guys draw some inspiration from it, and I'll catch you in the next video.